Nobody walks in on the CEO. Nobody. But he did. And what she said next changed both their lives forever. Marcus didn't plan any of this. He wasn't looking for love. He wasn't looking for anything, honestly. He was just trying to keep his head above water, keep his daughter fed, and keep the lights on. That's it. That was the whole plan. But life has this funny way of throwing something at you right when you think you've got it all figured out. This is the story of one accidental moment, one impossible connection, and what happens when two broken people stop pretending they're okay. Marcus was 34 years old and already felt like 60. He worked the night shift as a maintenance worker at Harlow and Stone, one of those big glass tower companies where everyone wears a suit and nobody ever says good morning. He was invisible there, quiet, just another guy pushing a mop through hallways that cost more per square foot than his entire apartment.
His daughter Lily was 7. Bright eyes, missing 2 front teeth, obsessed with dinosaurs. She was the one good thing in her life that had fallen apart. Her mom had left when Lily was 3. Just packed a bag one Tuesday and didn't come back. No note, no call. Just gone, so Marcus became everything. Dad, mom, chef, homework helper, bedtime story reader, nightmare chaser, all of it, just him. He worked nights so he could drop Lily at school in the morning and pick her up in the afternoon. His sister watched her from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. It was a messy system, but it worked, barely. Most days he was running on 4 hours of sleep and gas station coffee. But Lily always had her lunch packed. She never missed a school play. He made sure of that. He had rules at work, simple ones. Stay in your lane. Do your job. Don't go where you're not supposed to go. He broke one of those rules on a Wednesday night in October. The executive floor was usually empty by 8 p.m. That's why Marcus went up there to fix a broken ceiling light. Maintenance request said it had been flickering for 3 days. He figured he'd get it done fast, quiet, no problem. He knocked on the door to the private changing room attached to the executive lounge. Standard procedure. He knocked twice, no answer. He waited 5 seconds. Knocked again. Nothing. He opened the door, and there she was. Diana Harlow, the CEO, the woman whose face was on the company website, whose name was on the building, whose decisions affected thousands of employees, including Marcus himself. She was standing there, mid-change, freezing the second the door swung open. For about 2 full seconds, nobody moved. Then Marcus slammed the door shut so fast he nearly took his own hand off with it. His heart was pounding. His face was hot. He stood in that hallway thinking, that's it. Career over. Gone. He'd be lucky if she didn't call security right now. He didn't run, though. Running felt worse. So he just stood there, hands at his sides, waiting. The door opened. Diana Harlow stepped out, fully dressed, arms crossed. She looked at him the way you'd expect a CEO to look at someone who just walked in on her, sharp, controlled, like she was deciding exactly what to do with him. Marcus opened his mouth. I am so sorry. I knocked. I should have waited longer. She held up one hand and stopped him. Then she said something he did not expect. Are you okay? He blinked. What? You look exhausted, she said. Not mean, not cold, just honest. Are you okay? Diana Harlow, the CEO, the woman whose face was on the company website, whose name was on the building, whose decisions affected thousands of employees, including Marcus himself. She was standing there, mid-change, freezing the second the door swung open. For about 2 full seconds, nobody moved. Then Marcus slammed the door shut so fast he nearly took his own hand off with it. His heart was pounding. His face was hot. He stood in that hallway thinking, that's it. Career over. Gone. He'd be lucky if she didn't call security right now. He didn't run, though. Running felt worse. So he just stood there, hands at his sides, waiting. The door opened. Diana Harlow stepped out, fully dressed, arms crossed. She looked at him the way you'd expect a CEO to look at someone who just walked in on her, sharp, controlled, like she was deciding exactly what to do with him. Marcus opened his mouth. I am so sorry. I knocked. I should have waited longer. She held up one hand and stopped him. Then she said something he did not expect. Are you okay? He blinked. What? You look exhausted, she said. Not mean, not cold, just honest. Are you okay?
And something about that question, 3 words from a woman who had every reason to be furious, cracked something open in Marcus that he'd had sealed shut for years. He almost laughed. Instead, he just said, "Not really, no." She didn't fire him that night. What happened over the next 3 months wasn't fast or dramatic. It wasn't a movie. It was small things. Diana started staying later on the nights Marcus worked. He started noticing small things about her. The way she ate her dinner alone at her desk at 9 p.m. The way she always looked slightly tired behind that perfectly put-together exterior. The way she never talked about going home. Because Diana Harlow had her own quiet pain. She'd built this company from 11 employees to over 3,000. She'd sacrificed relationships, sleep, her 20s, her 30s. She had power. She had money. She had absolutely nobody to call when things got hard. They started talking. First, just briefly, a few words in the hallway. Then longer. Then one night she brought 2 cups of coffee to where he was, working on a broken elevator panel, and just sat on the floor next to him, and they talked for an hour. She told him she hadn't laughed like that in years. He told her she was the first person who had actually asked if he was okay in longer than he could remember. It wasn't supposed to go anywhere. She knew it. He definitely knew it. The gap between them wasn't just money, it was worlds. People in her circle took yachts to meetings. Marcus was driving a 2009 Honda Civic with a cracked windshield and a passenger seat, covered in Lily's dinosaur toys. But here's the thing about real connection. It doesn't ask for your permission. The moment that broke every rule came about 2 months in. Marcus got a call at work. His sister, Lily, was sick. Fever, crying, asking for him. His shift had 3 hours left. He couldn't afford to lose the hours. But Lily was crying. He went to grab his stuff to figure out what to do, and Diana was standing there. She'd overheard. Without making it a big thing, without any pity, she just looked at him and said, "Go. I'll cover it with your manager." He looked at her. "You don't have to." "I know," she said. "Go be her dad." He went. Lily was fine by morning, just a 24-hour bug. But Marcus sat next to her little bed that night watching her sleep. And he thought about Diana Harlow sitting in a glass tower completely alone. And he felt something shift inside his chest. He brought Lily to the office one Saturday when he had to go in briefly. Diana was there. She was always there. Lily walked right up to her, completely unafraid, and said, "Are you the lady who let my dad come home when I was sick?" Diana looked at Marcus, then back at Lily. "Yeah," she said quietly. "That was me." Lily nodded very seriously and said, "Thank you. He makes really good soup." Diana laughed, a real laugh, the kind that surprises you, and Marcus thought, there it is. That's the version of her nobody else gets to see. Here's what this story is really about, and pay attention because this part matters. 2 people decided, without planning it, without it making any logical sense, to actually see each other. Not the job title, not the bank account, not the exhausted single dad or the untouchable CEO, just 2 humans who were tired of carrying everything alone. Marcus never expected to find anything working night shifts in a glass tower. Diana never expected that the person who'd finally make her feel like herself again would be pushing a mop through her hallway at 11 p.m. But that's the thing about life. The moments that change you never announce themselves. They don't knock. They just open the door.